Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sports Blitz here, and we're back with another mock draft. Before we jump into it, I'm very sorry for the lack of content the last couple weeks. On Christmas Day, I got into a really bad car wreck, and we just had a lot going on. I've also been really sick for the last week and a half. I'm finally kind of getting through that, but still have, a big tickle in my throat, so if I'm coughing throughout this, I apologize, but let's go ahead and get into this mock draft. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's do it. Just gonna do one round for today. So, excuse me. So for this first pick for the Jaguars, I think Aiden Hutchinson is the best. I think he's kind of without a doubt the number one overall pick. I've seen some people debating Kayvon Thibodeau. I think he's still in the conversation, but I personally like Aiden Hutchinson more. For me, the Lions here, they are definitely a spot that they could definitely trade back, get a lot more value, and, help their rebuild. But one of their biggest needs is pass rush, specifically edge rusher. So getting Kayvon Thibodeau would really help with that. So I'm going to go ahead and take him here. But that is definitely a spot that they could trade back if they wanted to. Then here for the Texans. Now I'll be honest. Davis Mills really hasn't been all that terrible. I mean, for a third-round rookie quarterback, playing as little as he has, he's played pretty solid. I think really if you get him some protection, he could be good. There's a lot going on with that team right now. They need a lot of help. I'm gonna go ahead and give him Evan Neal, the offensive tackle from Alabama. He is a very good right tackle. The Texans kind of already have a left tackle in Laramie Tunsil, but I mean, Evan Neal really can play either side at a very high level, but he's definitely better on that right side where the Texans need him. So we're gonna take him there. So then for the Jets with the number 4 pick, I'm gonna go ahead and have them take Kyle Hamilton here. He is definitely one of the best safeties I've seen in the last few years. He's got really good size for a safety. He's a hard hitter. He flies around. It's really exactly what the Jets need for their secondary, especially with them probably losing Marcus May in free agency. So then here for the Giants, they honestly just need offensive line. I'm going to go ahead and have them take Ikem Ekwonu. He is one of my favorite players in this whole draft, okay? He can definitely be an absolute monster of a left tackle, but you could also put him at left guard. I mean, I've seen him play at left guard, and, he mauls people there. Where their offensive line really needs some help with run blocking, I mean, if you slide him at left guard, that's going to help Saquon's production so much. So definitely a big steal of a pick for the Giants there. Then for the Panthers with the number 6 pick, they're in a position here. I don't think they should take quarterback yet. I think it would be a little bit early because, really any quarterback would struggle quite a bit behind their offensive line, so they really need to fix that. And I think number 6 is just too early for a guy like Charles Cross. I don't think any of these other guys are really a huge need for the Panthers either, so I'm actually going to try trading back. Let me see here. well, let me go ahead and select the Panthers here. Actually, hold on. Let me see who's on the board. So, okay. I've got an idea. Now, I don't know if this is going to be something that Vikings fans like, but I'm going to go ahead and have them trade back with the Vikings, okay? So I'm going to give the Panthers first round pick as well as next year's first and fourth for that. Or wait, no. Sorry. Okay. So the Vikings are going to give their first and this year's second. Because, yeah, sorry, I had that kind of reversed. So, here, we'll change that to a third. And then we'll toss in the fourth this year. Okay, so this year's first and fourth for Panthers. For the Vikings, first and third. Okay, so the Vikings declined it. So we'll go ahead and include that fourth next year as well. I'm pretty sure they would go ahead and accept that. Okay, yeah, so they went ahead and accepted that. So the Vikings are now on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and have them take Derek Stingley from LSU. The Vikings have shown they really need some cornerback help. I feel like everything has gone wrong for them like that this year. I mean, obviously, the issues with Bashad Breeland and him having to get cut. Patrick Peterson has had some injury concerns, and really he's really getting up there in age. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to play at a high level. And then the issues with Jeff Gladney in the offseason and beginning of the season as well. So getting a guy like Derek Stingley is going to just absolutely help that offense a ton. So yeah, that'll be a big pickup for the Vikings. So, but with that makes it harder on the Jets because, well, they're not able to get their number one corner in the draft, but they're able to get Andrew Booth instead from Clemson, who I really don't think is that far off of Derek Stingley. I mean, he's an absolute stud. I mean, you take away, his injury concerns. I mean, he's shut down, everybody there. Just Andrew Booth is an absolute beast. So, great picks for the Jets. They definitely need that for their secondary. So, here for the Giants. Now, Giants fans may or may not like this, okay? I'm going to have them... I know this may be a stretch. I'm going to have them double up on offensive line here and get Charles Cross, okay? Now, let me explain myself, okay? So, you have Andrew Thomas at left tackle, okay? He's played really well at left tackle this year. I think he's a solid piece there, okay? You take Akeem Ekwonu, like I was saying earlier, who can be an absolute mauler of a left guard. That left side of the line is good, okay? You toss Charles Cross over at right tackle, which really needs some help over there. Your tackle spots are fixed. You can honestly go to fix your center and right guard in free agency. And boom, you have a capable offensive line to protect what appears to probably be Daniel Jones back there again. It sounds like they were planning on bringing both Jones and Joe Judge back this year. So I think that'd be an awesome set of picks for the Giants. Then for the Washington football team, there is a few things they could do here. I'm not sure if I'm in love with any of them. Tell you what, Ron Rivera really likes quarterbacks that can make something out of nothing. even when the offensive line isn't protecting very well, Kenny Pickett can really do that. I mean, he's been an absolute stud at doing that. I also really like Malik Willis, but I don't think Malik Willis is quite quite ready to compete or like actually start the same way Kenny Pickett is. Malik Willis still needs. He's basically still really raw, is what I'm saying. That said, he has the highest ceiling out of any quarterback in this draft for me. But Kenny Pickett, I think, is one of the more ready quarterbacks right now. And where he does have that good playmaking ability, I'm going to go ahead and have him go to Washington. Then for the Falcons, George Karlaftis is still on the board right here. There's also David Ajabo. I think they're really close, to be honest. Jordan Davis is also a good option, but Karlaftis, easily the best option right here. Falcons really need some edge help. He's the perfect guy right there. Then for the Broncos, I think if they don't land one of the big quarterbacks in free agency, like, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, I think they'll look to draft one. And it's really hard to judge which one of these guys the Broncos would be going with. Again, like I said, I really love Malik Willis because of his high upside. He's just not ready yet. And I feel like the Broncos are kind of in a spot where they're just really tired of mediocre quarterbacks, and they really want someone who's ready. I would say where the Broncos actually have a good offensive line, I think Carson Strong would be a good fit for them. He's not mobile at all and does have some injury concerns, but if you can keep him healthy and upright, he's going to be a stud. Like I was saying in my previous mock drafts, Carson Strong has really, really good mechanics. Like, watching his tape, it looks Tom Brady-esque. And I know that's a strong comparison because, well, Tom Brady's, the greatest of all time, obviously. And Carson Strong hasn't played a snap in the NFL yet. But their mechanics look very similar. Nevada runs a very, very NFL-like scheme. So with the throws he's making are NFL-level throws. I feel like it's not going to be super different for him going from college to the NFL. Again, as long as his offensive line protects him, which I think the Broncos can do. So I'm going to go ahead and have them take Carson Strong. Again, you've got to protect him. He doesn't have the mobility, but I think you do protect him, and you kind of start out with like a Mac Jones type of player, but someone that isn't maybe quite as mobile, but has a lot more arm talent than Mac Jones. So, yeah, I think the Broncos could definitely get a good player right there. Here for me, for the Carolina Panthers, I'm going to take probably my favorite offensive lineman in the whole draft, Tyler Linderbaum. This dude is an absolute beast of a center, and I don't get why he isn't talked about more. The dude just... First off, his run blocking is immaculate, okay? He mauls over defenders. He opens gaps like no other. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen a center in college that I've been this excited about. And even in terms of like pass protection, I've never seen him get blown into the quarterback. And I've watched a ton of his tape. So I think where Carolina really needs everything on that offensive line besides right tackle, Linderbaum would be a perfect pick for them. Help get some toughness in the middle of that offensive line. And yeah, they're gonna be in a lot better position. Then here for the Browns, I feel like they need like just a really good interior defensive lineman. I know their interior isn't bad right now, but they could definitely use a big stud there. But they also need some big receiver help. I mean, Jarvis Landry really hasn't been that good this year. Odell wasn't that great for them when he was there. They just need receiver help. I'm going to go ahead and have them take Garrett Wilson. I think he's the best receiver on the board for them right now. Then for the Eagles, I'm going to go ahead and have them take well, hold on. Let me look at the next few picks. Let me see if there's something that Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to have the Eagles take David Ojabo right now. I'm a huge fan of David Ojabo, okay? The Eagles really need some edge help with their pass rush, especially with how old Brandon Graham is getting. I want to say he's like 34 or something like that. He's getting pretty old. So David Ojabo would really, really help out right there. So I think that'd be great for the Eagles. Then for the Saints, I still think they should stick with Jameis. I mean, I think he was kind of the reason they were winning games early on. I mean, you stick with him and you're going to have a solid team. So why not get him a good weapon? And I'm going to go ahead and have them take Jamison Williams from Alabama, the speedster. I think where Jameis really likes firing it downfield, he's going to get a good connection with Jamison Williams. Then for the Ravens right here, I'm going to have them actually take my favorite defensive tackle on the board, a Jordan Davis, the big boy from Georgia. This dude is like 6'5", 340 pounds. He's going to eat in the run game. I think that's definitely going to help out the Ravens quite a bit. Then for the Steelers, I'll be honest, with Kenny Pickett off the board, I kind of feel like the Steelers would be more likely to try to trade for either Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers or even Russell Wilson. So I'm not even sure if this pick will be here. It's really hard to say, though. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and give them Kenyon Green from Texas A&M. Under the assumption they were able to land one of them and somehow still have their number one pick. But we'll see. Matt Corral would also be a solid pick for them if they don't end up doing that. But really, like I said, okay, I guess this is more under the assumption that in free agency they don't get one of those big three quarterbacks and Kenny Pickett is off the board. I think they go Kenyon Green instead of Matt Corral. That's what I'm saying. So then for the Raiders, I think they go ahead and take the other really, really good defensive tackle in the draft and go ahead and get DeMarvin Leal. I think if Jamison Williams was still on the board at this point, I think they would take him just because they really need that speedy receiver to replace Henry Ruggs. But unfortunately, he's off the board. Then for the Eagles again, we're taking Devin Lloyd. I have praised this guy so many times. This dude is a beast. Guys, he can cover like no other. He can stop the run. He can rush the passer. He can do anything you want at linebacker. I mean, you could put him at middle linebacker, outside linebacker. Like he's just an all-around athlete. He can, yeah, he's going to be a good pick, an awesome fit for the Eagles defense. Then for the Chargers, let's see. There's not many edge rushers still available. The big two interior defensive linemen are off the board as well. I think, because I really do not think they'll go ahead and, like, they'll be able to re-sign Mike Williams this offseason. So if the board falls this way, I think they'll be looking for wide receiver. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Treylon Burks. I like him a little bit more than Chris Olave. I think he fits that scheme a little bit better and would be a better replacement for Mike Williams. So, yeah, Treylon Burks from Arkansas should really help. Then the Eagles are on the board again, and there are two directions I could go here, okay? We could get another weapon for Jalen Hurts and get Chris Olave. I mean, I don't think that would hurt at all. I think that would be definitely a great option. Or we could also go for Roger McCreary from Auburn. Now, again, I think either one of these guys would be a great option. Roger McCreary, honestly, he's probably my cornerback number 5. I personally prefer a guy like Khair Elam or Ahmad Gardner. I have both of them actually higher than Roger McCreary. I really like the idea of Ahmad Gardner going to the Eagles here, so I'm going to go ahead and have them take him. But Roger McCreary wouldn't be a bad idea either. Or Chris Olave. So they've got options there. It really all just depends on if you want another weapon or if you want to really tighten up that defense. Either one would be a great idea. Then here for the Dolphins, I'm going to go ahead and have them take Nicholas Petit-Frere. I'm actually a big fan of him. He's been rising on my board quite a bit, as well as the Draft Network's board, so that's actually really cool to see. He definitely needs to work on his mechanics a little bit more. I think his footwork needs to improve, but, I mean, he's powerful. He has good hand placement, has a solid anchor. I think he would be a good guy to help protect Tua. Then for the Patriots, I'm going to go ahead and have them take Chris Olave. I think this is a really solid place for that. I mean, Mac Jones could use another good weapon. So, yeah, he goes to the Patriots. Then for the Cardinals, there are 2 corners available right here that I really like. Like I was saying before, I like Khair Elam more than Roger McCreary, so we're going to go ahead and have them take him. But now I'd say McCreary's my favorite corner left on the board. For the Bills, let's see who's available. Man, I'm not a huge fan of what's left. You know what? You could honestly get Trayvon Walker, put him opposite of Gregory Rousseau, and, you know, have a really solid pass rush right there. I mean, their pass rush has been very, very underwhelming this year. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and go with Trayvon Walker. But I know a lot of Bills fans probably aren't going to aren't going to love that. But then for the Bengals, the Bengals have been on fire. It's kind of hard to see what all they need. I would say probably go with offensive line. Corners definitely a possibility here too. Or if you'd like to go best player available, I really love Nakobe Dean from Georgia. I think the Bengals linebackers will be fine though once what's his name? The linebacker that was actually having a really good season early on but got injured. I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, he was having a really awesome season. You pair him with Nakobe Dean and it'd be even better. So if you want to take the best player available, that'd be great. But they do need some offensive line help, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Trevor Penning. But they've got some options right there. For me, for the Cowboys, I'm going to go ahead and have them actually take Roger McCreary from Auburn to go opposite of Trayvon Diggs. That number 2 corner spot there has been kind of lackluster, to be honest. I think they do have a hole at that spot, so definitely need to improve that. Then for the Bucks, I'll be honest, I'm not sure they're going to get Chris Godwin back in free agency. I'm not sure they're going to be able to re-sign him. They also obviously just lost Antonio Brown because, well, I'm just going to be completely honest here. He was being a dipshit. Just being completely blunt about it. So I'm going to have them take Jahan Dotson from Penn State. Then for the Chiefs, I feel like they could use another safety opposite of Tyrann Mathieu. I don't think Daniel Sorensen has had a very good season. I personally like Daxton Hill more than Jaquan Brisker. I'm a big fan of Jordan Battle as well, but I feel like he's a lot more like Tyrann Mathieu and would probably be a little bit more of a box safety, and I think they need more of a free safety. So I think Daxton Hill is going to be the pick here. Then here for the Lions, I think they're going to stick with Jared Goff for a little bit. I think Dan Campbell really likes Goff, and really, he's got another year on his contract. Why not build the rest of the team and, get your quarterback when you're ready? Having a guy like Nakobe Dean in the middle of that defense, that's going to help a ton. And Dan Campbell is the type that just really wants a dominant defense. I think Nakobe Dean can help with that. So they're going to take him. Then for the Titans, they're going to want, I think, another safety to help out with Kevin Byard. Byard is possibly the most underrated safety in the NFL. He is incredible at safety. You go with another safety on the other side. I think Jaquan Brisker would really help out. I know there's been some Titans fans calling for a new quarterback. I think they need to kind of chill out on that. I think Tannehill is still good. For losing Derrick Henry all season, that's a big loss for the Titans. I think Ryan Tannehill's done just fine without him. So, yeah, keep giving Tannehill a chance there. And then finally for the Packers, under the assumption they keep Aaron Rodgers, I would say probably go... Let me see what other edges are available. I like Drake Jackson, okay? I like Drake Jackson. I'm not sure why he's so low on here, but I'm going to go ahead and have them take him. I think he's the best fit. Go opposite of Zadarius Smith. But, so that's my mock draft today. Again, guys, apologies for the lack of content the last couple weeks. Again, like I said, the The car crash really set me back. Been big stressor for me, and this sickness has really gotten me down too. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's been tough. So thanks for bearing with me, guys. I appreciate it. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.